you tell me that you don't like looking at pictures of yourself that look good and you go, damn, I look good in that. I'm going to edit the colours and make it look, cute and pretty for Instagram, and then I'm going to put it on there. And that is a piece of art. Artiste. If a nuclear bomb struck, that would be the first thing I'd be doing. Hanging my clothes up outside. Fuck everything else. Yes, there are other people there, but they're not really in my way, or like splashing about or screaming or whatever. They're just there, they're swimming as well. But it's quite a big pool, so I can pretend like I'm there alone. Hopefully next time I'll have all my underwear on. We discuss all things positive, you know that already. Mental healthy stuff, self-care, self-love. Love you. Last episode I wasn't wearing any trousers, and this episode I'm not wearing a bra or any pants. So it's going kind of downhill, but let me tell you, the weather has broken, the heat spell has broken. We are now, it rained basically, thank the fucking Lord, not that I believe in God, shh, don't tell anyone, but it's honestly a bloody miracle. And I have had the best 2 days or so, not just because of the weather, very British of me of course, but also because of a few things, and I want to share them with you. I don't want it to be like a narcissistic things I love right now. You don't fucking care. But I want it to be like things that I love right now that are really fucking with my mental health, but in a good way. They're jamming. It's a good time. So that's what I'm talking about today. Things that are working for my mental health, because that is what backseat positivity is all about. It's all about being positive in the face of backseat negativity, and that's it really. I'm Dawn, by the way. I'm the host, and I'm also a doctor full-time, but I have a YouTube channel too, so if you do want to go and look at that, I need to stop talking like that, please. That is actually, it really doesn't matter. I don't think anybody cares. I've been trying to perfect my Irish accent because I've been watching Derry Girls. Is that what it's called? And I think it's going quite well. Okay. What a weird start to the podcast, eh? It's 1 a.m. Bad idea. It's a bad start because I have to be up at 6. But it's okay if you only have to do it once. Basically, I am a Twilight kind of bitch. Not like Twilight, the TV, the film series and books. Like Twilight time of night. I only do Twilight shifts. So the fact that I'm, doing an early shift, which is 8 till 4:30, what has happened in the world? Anyway, this segues really nicely onto my first topic. Today we're going through 10. It might be too many, especially for 1 a.m. But really, I'm just waking up, to be honest. So I don't know how I'm going to go to sleep. I'm a bit scared. But I think, to be honest, I'll probably get up at 7. God, I'm really fucking blabbing on here. Anyway, my first one is a bit of a weird one. And you might be like, how is that doing good things to your mental health? But I'm going to obviously explain all of them. I'm not just going to go llamas and that's it. And then you're like, well, why, Dawn, why do llamas make your mental health so good? They really don't, by the way. I've been I've been spat at by one before. It wasn't a full spit, it was a threatening spit. I'm going to spit if you fuck me off anymore. And Tom, my boyfriend, got reared on by an alpaca once. So they're kind of terrifying, although they have really nice floof. And they're kind of cute when they run. So, there are some resounding. There are some, what's the word when it's reviving? There are some features that bring them back out the dirt. But anyway, that's my views on llamas. But my first one today is work. You're like, woo! Oh, I need to not shout into the microphone. I'm sorry. It might have just made a horrible noise. Whoa! What? Who the fuck thinks work is good for their mental health? But I'd like to... Okay. There are several reasons why work is being good for my mental health recently. Number 1, I don't have a fixed schedule for work. I'm a locum doctor. I do what the fuck I want, apparently. And basically, I work, somewhere, I'm working 6 shifts in a row. Who the fuck decided that? Well, I did, but by accident. Basically, I have to explain it now. Basically, what happens is I put myself down for some shifts, and sometimes they don't all get accepted. So I put myself for 6 down in a row, and of course they all got accepted. Anyway, Tom keeps being like, Dawn, that's not an anomaly. And I'm like, I know it's not an anomaly, but I can't stop myself from doing it. I just don't want to be left with no work. Anyway, or have to book it like the day before, because that really troubles me. I like to know what's going on. So, work. I work as a locum doctor. And what was I even going to be talking about? Work, come on. So, okay, yeah, I remember now. Basically, I've had some time off because of doing rehearsals for a show. Yes, I was in a play, a theatre production. And that was like 2 weeks of intensive rehearsals. I had like 2 weeks off of work. And often I find that when I don't go to work as a doctor, if I'm just like chilling about at home, I feel very unproductive and I don't get anything done. And you think, well, why don't you get stuff done? Because you're off work. I know. It's a question I've asked myself for a long time. And that is because, and I'd like to point out that today was my last day off until I started a 6-day run, which, again, regretful, but alas, we've made our bed. We're going to lie in it. So it's one day. I worked yesterday, I didn't work today, and then I'm working 6 days starting tomorrow. Now, the issue is I'm like, shit, I'm working every day. I need to get my life together. And I got up at 3 p.m. It's not as though I was up early, but I got so much done. Let me tell you, I walked to fucking the shop. I know, that doesn't sound that amazing, but it is. I have a wagon that I took to a festival, basically. And I wheeled it down. The shop was 10 minutes away. I've lived here for a year, and I thought it was half an hour walk away. So I've never walked there. And then I looked on maps the other day, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh my God, this is an actual miracle. So basically, now I'm going to be walking to the shop. And also it's Lidl, so it's even better. I went through the middle aisle, got a little bit caught up in there, nearly bought some stuff I didn't need, I did want, actually. I nearly bought an iced coffee maker, and then I realised that I've been making iced coffee without an iced coffee maker for literally a long time, and I haven't needed this machine, so I thought there's probably not much, nothing's changed. It's not as though, I can still make iced coffee without this machine. There were air fryers there. I do really want an air fryer, but I wasn't willing to spend £100 at that point. So that's on the shelf for another day. And then I saw some Tupperware. I did need some Tupperware, but it wasn't the right one for me. Wow, what a thrilling conversation topic. What else did I see? I saw some Harry Potter stuff, vibes, but also it looked kind of cheap, so I was like, nah. Also, I've got enough Harry Potter stuff. Also, I've got enough stuff. I don't need any more stuff in my life. So, what else did I see? I mean, I saw lots of other stuff. I saw some car cleaning stuff, and I was like, I could clean my car, and then I realised that I probably would never do that. And I'd probably just get somebody else to clean it for me. So, I didn't buy that, because I thought it would probably be a waste of time. I'd probably use it once, and then get my car cleaned subsequently. And then, yeah, anyway, that's enough of the middle aisle talk of Lidl. But anyway, I had a great time. It was super easy to roll the shopping back. That was my big worry, that it's all uphill on the way back. And I was like, shit. It was actually harder to walk there because the fucking wagon kept rolling into my feet because it was downhill, and it was like, wee. And I was like, stop. And it's kind of hard to stop it from like trying to overtake you when it's going downhill. So I'm kind of glad that I don't have to wheel all my shopping downhill. And I know that sounds bizarre, but honestly, it's much easier to wheel it uphill. So yeah, it's a great wagon. It's fucking great. It folds up, and it's got a little cover. and it's got bungee cords and everything. It's like, wait there, I'm skipping ahead because my wagon is at number 5. I mean, these aren't necessarily ordered, but my wagon is on there, and that's because I'm fucking vibing it. It cost me a lot of money, not gonna lie. I think it was like 100 quid, but I was like, I want a good wagon. One, said every cowboy, one that is going to last me a while, and one that has brakes, one that has good wheels, like that can go on the beach, basically, isn't going to sink in sand or mud, and one that's got good capacity. It's got good. I always look at reviews, like, you're the devil if you don't. And basically, I love my fucking wagon. It's got a great capacity. It wheels really easily, apart from when it rolls into your feet, and it's like ideal for festivals, but also ideal for like barbecues, going to the beach. It's also ideal for going to Lidl to get your shopping, apparently. Other people were walking around with a trolley, and I was there with my fucking wagon. I'm basically a pimped up young old lady. You know, they have those like basically wagons, but they're like old lady trolleys. I don't know what they're called. That's the equivalent of an old lady trolley. With a bit more difficult maneuverability. My next escapade is going to be sitting in the wagon and seeing if I sitting in the wagon and seeing if I can control it down a steep hill. I won't do this on the road because there are no brakes. There are brakes, but on the wheels you can't like put them on sitting in the wagon. And my wagon also has 2 drinks holders. Fucking hell. It's honestly great. Like, I can't cope with how good my wagon is. Like, I can now walk to the shops. Honestly, my wagon is so good. And I know I look a bit insane, but I literally don't care. Like, I honestly love it so much that I don't care. It was an amazing £100 purchase. You can get ones cheaper, but to be honest, not that much cheaper. You know, they range from like 50 to 100, and the really, really shit ones were 50. And I was like, well, why don't I just get the £100 one and have it last me longer? So now I've got this wagon, and you best believe you will be seeing me walking up and down to Lidl with my wagon and along the beach and anywhere else I can take it, really. To the nightclub, to rehearsals. No, it's quite big, to be fair. Like, you could probably fit 2 humans in it. Not like, I was gonna say not dead, but they could be dead, but I meant like sat up in it. I think the weight limit's like, I think it is 100 kilos, so you'd want, 2 small humans in it, like a child, 2 children. But anyway, it says that children aren't allowed to ride in it, but they said nothing about me, so, or, adults or girls or me. So I'm going to have a go in the wagon. Oh my God, I think I just cracked my nose. That was the grossest thing ever. So the wagon is on there. I don't think I explained why going to work was so good. Did I? No, I didn't. How did I even get onto Lidl on the wagon? I think I was just telling you how great my day was. I was telling you how productive my day was. Wow, that's how I got there. So, yeah, I went to Lidl, spent a lot of time there, got caught up in the middle aisle, bought food back. And then I did something which I'm going to get into in a minute. I don't want to spoil it, And then I walked the dogs. And when I walked the dogs, there were these 2 really nice people in the park, and we like sat there and like fucking talked, and all the dogs were like getting on, and it was just really nice. Like, how often do just strangers meet and talk? Is this another one of my things? No, this isn't on there, but it was good. I recommend just talking to like randos that you get on with, not just randos that you don't like, but like randos who you vibe with. And I think his name is Cal. That could be wrong. But yeah, we talked for ages. I would say at least half an hour, if not longer. It was light when I went and dark when I got back. And then I was like, oh, is it too late? And it was like, no, it's not too late. Because then I was like, oh, I'm going to go for a swim. And then I went for a swim at I go to David Lloyd, which I'm kind of embarrassed about. I don't really tell people, but I've just told you, so But basically, David Lloyd is like a health club. Ooh. I say ooh because it's like, it's kind of, you know, most people just think it's really snobby. And some people there are really snobby, but most people are pretty down to earth, like me. But yeah, I get like, it's like if you said you went to Bannatyne gym, you know, people just, I feel like I'm judged. I don't really know if I am, but that's the feeling in my head. Not that I judge anybody. Well, I probably do judge people if they say they go to David Lloyd, because I'm like, oh, that means you've probably got money. I don't have like loads of money, but that's my like one non-negotiable thing that Tom and I have. We've come up with a new rule in life that we've got non-negotiable things that we need in our lives, and that is my one. I have one thing, and it's David Lloyd. And obviously, like, the dogs live here, or stay here. And David Lloyd is mine, because let me tell you, okay, this comes on to my next one. I haven't even finished work yet, you know, like, I haven't even told you the full story there. Basically, I went swimming. Swimming is my next one. I really want to get the work one over and done with. Okay. Let me just tell you the end of my day. So I went to David Lloyd, I went swimming, I went to the spa, and then I came back and we had takeaway. But it was like grilled chicken takeaway. So like, you know, it wasn't like amazing for you, but like also probably not too bad. But I was like really hungry after swimming. I was like fucking ravenous. So I really enjoyed that. And now I'm sat here. Actually, no, we sat and watched my video, weirdly. My recent video on YouTube, which sounds really narcissistic, but I looked on my YouTube channel and I was like, what the fuck? Like, my video that I uploaded yesterday has got 3.1k views, which is bloody good for me. Like, I think I've figured YouTube out, you know? And anyway, so I was like, ooh. And Tom hadn't seen it, and he was like, well, let's watch it. I want to see it now that he knows it's good, you know, by the algorithm telling him. So we watched it, and then we talked about it for a while. So, yeah, that was kind of cool. And then now I'm here. So anyway, work, when I'm off work for a while, I'm really unproductive. And then when I'm, like I said, I have like one day in the middle of like working loads, and I'm like, I have to get it all done today. So I just get really productive and I get really motivated. It's because you've got a time limit, you've got to fire up your ass. And the other thing about work is the obvious thing. Well, number one, I do like going to work now. I like working in the emergency department. It is quite fun. It's really social. Pardon me. And, you know, there's loads of people around, and I see loads of fairly interesting things. It really works my brain. And also, obviously, I earn money from it. Now, that's not really the thing that I'm like loving for my mental health at the moment. But I tell you what, I have had not much in my bank account. I had to Tom had to pay more of the rent this month because I was like, I haven't got any money. So having money in my bank account just it doesn't make me happy, but it makes me not stressed. And that is a great place to be. I know that sounds kind of obvious, but like, money doesn't buy you happiness, but it does buy you stability and, I'm able to pay my bills this month. So that's pretty good. So I'm kind of happy about that. So that's I have it's like a 3-pronged reason for wanting to go to work and for it making me happy, you know, making my mental health good, because I enjoy it. It's social. Number 2, it gives me money and I can pay the bills, which is a fucking necessity, apparently. I'm a bit sad about that, but it is. And then 3, it kicks me up the arse to get stuff done. So yeah, and then money, which is like, oh wait, no, I said that one. Okay, so then we got on to swimming. It's really fucking hot. I'm so hot. Oh, okay. Then we get on to swimming. Swimming is something that I have not been into for a long, long time, because I recently relearned how to swim. It's not as though I couldn't swim. It's the issue was that I was doing it so badly that I had no technique, and I was getting like severely out of breath, just literally doing half a length. So, anywhere from 15 to 25 meters, and I'd have to stop. And some of that was like panic because I felt like I couldn't breathe. But some of that was like, also I was so out of breath because somebody taught me how to swim as an adult. I get free swimming lessons with David Lloyd. They're not like proper one-on-one swimming lessons. They're like in a group. But anyway, there's a swimming instructor there. And she told me I was kicking my legs too much, like way too much. And that was what was making me so out of breath. I was like literally like as fast as my fucking legs would go. I was like Roadrunner from Looney Tunes. I was going so fast. And then she was like, it's not about your legs as much. Obviously your legs, do something, but they're mainly to stabilize you. For swimming, front crawl, it's mainly about your arms. Front crawl with your arms. And I stopped kicking so much, and then I could fucking swim. And I tell you what, when I go late at night, I went at 9 tonight, 8:30 actually. I went at 8:30, it's dark, there's an outdoor swimming pool, it's lit, obviously, it's heated, and there's about 3 people in there, including me. There's no children there. It's almost like having your own private pool that you don't have to pay for. Or that you don't have to maintain, sorry, I do have to pay for it. Well, I don't have to pay for it like outright, but I don't have to maintain. Yes, there are other people there, but they're not really like in my way, or like splashing about or screaming or whatever. They're just there, they're swimming as well. But it's quite a big pool, so I can pretend like I'm there alone. And you can just swim on your back and look at the night sky, and it's like, when you know how to swim, it's like so mindful. You're not like, I can't breathe. I just inhaled loads of water. It's like, you're just like fucking floating, and it's amazing. Now, I am also reveling in the fact that I am enjoying swimming, but not trying to be a professional athlete at it. Because that's a common problem that I have. When I start something, I'm like, okay, well, I want to be the best at it. And it kind of annoys me that I'm like that. It's like a good thing, yes, I'm very ambitious. But it's like, for fuck's sake, Dawn, why can't you just do a sport and just be happy that you're just doing it? Not like, no, I want to go to the Olympics. I want to go to the World Championships. Like, just do a sport and be fine, And that's swimming for me. Now, but like, I don't know if it actually burns that many calories because I am so hungry afterwards, but apparently it's something to do with the temperature, and I'm a bit worried that now I'm like going to be eating too much because I'm swimming and it's actually not burning as many calories as how hungry it's making me. So I go to the spa after, which also does, it sounds silly, but it does burn calories because it makes your heart go fast, and because you're sweating loads, that's burning calories. And then I go in like the cold plunge or the cold shower, and that's bloody great for you. So basically, I'm just having a great time. So swimming, it's just so mindful, and it's like rhythmic, and it's like relaxing, and you're just there alone, and you kind of feel like you're on holiday because it's warm and you're in a swimming pool. And do you know what I mean? And there's like deck chairs around you. You're like, well, I'm in fucking Portugal. Like, obviously. So I feel like a bougie bitch when I go swimming at the David Lloyd gym. There is an indoor pool, but why would you go there when you can go outside? And yeah, you just swim. I don't know how many lengths I did. I don't know how long I was even in there for. It was at least half an hour, but I didn't count. I just went up and down. And I did a bit of floating on my back, and I watched some people underwater. This guy was really good, and I was like, what's he doing? Like, why is he so good? So I watched him underwater for a bit creepy, but I wanted to know, how is he breathing? I learned he was doing it through his nose, out of his nose, sorry. And then I was like, maybe I'll try out my nose. It was hard. I just let it all out at once. Like, I couldn't really figure out how to breathe, like, slowly out of your nose. Like, try it now that you're listening to me. Breathe in, And breathe slowly out of your nose. Okay, it's not that hard now that I'm not in water. But when you're in water, I don't know why, I'm just like, it just comes out so quickly. I'm like, where are you going? Come back. But when I'm breathing out my mouth, I'm like, and it's easier because I've got lips. I don't know. Anyway, that's my hypothesis. So hopefully swimming is like good for me. I don't know. I feel like my abs were working. And I was really hungry after. So that's either a really good thing or a really bad thing. Either I'm just overeating or I actually needed the food. So let's hope it's the latter. Okay, these all kind of connect to each other. It's like a interweb weave of amazingness. So the next one I'm just going to say is weight loss. I'm losing weight. You may know from watching or whatever, listening to my podcast or watching my YouTube channel, I am on one of the medications that you inject, one of the new ones. I'm actually on a Ozempic at the moment. I was on Saxenda, but yeah, basically, I'm on a Ozempic. There's a story behind that, but I'm going to cover it on my YouTube channel. And I'm losing some weight. I've lost about 3 kilos. However, what I can see is that my fat is going down. Like, I can see it in my body, but the scales aren't necessarily reflecting that right now. So I'm like, what's happening? Because I'm like, I feel like I'm losing weight, but the scales are staying the same at the moment after that initial 3 kilo weight loss. So I think, if you look at my body track scanner, my weight is staying roughly the same, but my fat and muscle mass are changing. I'm very good at putting on muscle. Like, it's just a fucking skill of mine. As you may know from my escapades as a professional weightlifter and powerlifter, like, I'm just really good at putting on muscle. Like, I need to look at a piece of fucking steak and it's on me. And so I'm kind of loving the weight loss. I don't want people to think I'm losing weight because of like vanity. Some of it is like, obviously I would like to look a bit better and feel happier in my body. But some of it is also like, I want to feel better. I want to move easier. I want to have fewer health consequences. And the one thing that I've noticed is in losing that 3 kilos, I feel so much, and I know the thing is, right, I know I'm not fully there, and that's what makes it so amazing, is that I feel so much better just losing a few kilos. And if I've got like 10 or 20 kilos to go, how much better will I feel? I'm going to feel like a fucking goddess, aren't I? Because basically what happened is I lost 3 kilos and then I was just able to like walk upstairs easier and like just do general stuff easier. And I was like, oh, this is like, I now can walk quicker. And I know it sounds really basic, but like, it's a lot of weight weighing you down. Hold 3 kilos and you will realise. Now, because I lost it so quickly, it was quite easy to notice the difference. Now, obviously my weight has kind of stabilised a bit. So I'm like, what's going on? But hopefully it will start to come off again, because I want to be lighter just in terms of for my joints and stuff like that, and for my, just being a doctor, I can see the like long-term consequences of being overweight, and I don't want that. So I am trying to lose weight, and I know that there's some importance, you want to lose fat and gain muscle, but I do want to be lighter as well, because I don't think being my current weight for my joints is any good for them. That's my weight loss thing. I think it's mainly that I just feel like I can move easier, and just like and once you start being able to exercise and walk quicker and stuff like that, and moving becomes easier, like that just, it kind of encourages you. So even just a few kilos of weight loss is just such a big difference. And it's like, people are always like, oh, I want to lose like 10 kilos. Well, or like 2 stone or whatever. Just think about those first few and just think, how much that's going to benefit you. And then once you start the ball rolling, like a lot of people will go, I want to lose like a stone. But they see that as so unrealistic. And then they're like, oh, I can't you know, losing a stone's just a lot, and then they feel a bit demotivated by that. But I kind of feel quite motivated by the fact that I've lost 3 and I feel so good. So that's what I'm feeling good about at the moment. I'm not saying weight loss is the key to happiness, but I'm saying weight loss is the key to for me, is the key to healthiness, and that is therefore helping my mental health because I'm just moving more. And it's easier to, it's not like an effort to go out and walk, and walk up the stairs. There we go. Where have we got to? I should probably cross these off because I'm kind of losing track. Right, we've done work, we've done swimming, we've done wagon. Oh, wait there. Walking fast. That's on my list as well. So I basically have a health coach. It comes with my subscription for my Ozempic, basically. And it's kind of great. It's like having a counsellor that you just meet up with every couple of weeks. Well, online. Or actually we call. I don't know what she looks like. But she basically talks me through, and it's having somebody that's making you accountable and giving you goals and stuff like that, and also talking through unhealthy eating habits and just talking about these things. It's so helpful. So yeah, basically I talked to her about how to incorporate more exercise into my day. And she was like, well, why don't you just go out for a 15-minute walk every day and just walk more briskly? And I was like, okay. So whenever I walk now, I walk quicker. And it's always been the bugbear of my friends' lives, how slowly I walk. But now that I've lost weight as well, and now that I'm okay, I want to do it, somewhat for exercise as well and get my heart rate up, it's I've got this motivation to walk briskly. And I walk quite briskly to work. Sometimes I'm fucking tired and I just don't, all right? Sue me. But a lot of the times I will walk with purpose. And I don't want that to be confused with rushing places. It's not rushing. Because I'm not stressed, but I'm walking with more, vigor and speed. Before I used to dawdle, let's be honest. Okay, so that's walking fast. Covered. Let's go on to, these are all kind of linking into one another, to be honest. Meal prepping. So, I said I went to Lidl, so I got back and I had a fucking great time. So recently, probably over the last couple of weeks when I was doing my rehearsals and I didn't have any money, so I didn't get a big shop in. I basically was just getting food out and just making it last a couple of days. I know it's more expensive that way, but it was a short-term thing and actually it worked out kind of cheaper than getting a whole shop. But basically, I felt really bad for just getting takeaway food all the time. I was like, I don't want to do it. It costs more and also makes me feel like shit because I feel like a big fatty. And I know that it's not good for me. But basically, today I went to Lidl and I got loads of fucking food. My mum gave me a chest freezer, and it's almost, relatively empty. I basically spent not that long actually meal prepping, but not necessarily meal prepping. It was mainly cutting stuff up, mainly vegetables and fruits, and then I've frozen them. It's basically some of it's a smoothie mix that I'm going to make myself and have it in a bag that I can just pour out. Some of it is just vegetables that I can put in a stir fry or whatever. Some of it is blackberries that I've picked from outside, just wild ones. So I'm just having a really great time meal prepping. And I also made some a pasta bake, for example, and I put that in the freezer. I'm just loving it. Fucking meal prepping. It's saving my life, I don't have to think, oh God, I've got to come home and cook. It's there. It's ready. And I just get it out and I heat it up and it's done. I mean, that's mainly for lunch, but to be honest, for dinner I might cook or just heat something up again. But it's honestly life-changing. You feel like you've got your life together when you meal prep. And isn't that great? Yes. Because I haven't got my life together right now because it's 1:30 in the morning and I should definitely be going to sleep. I think that's it for meal prepping. I will be doing some videos on that on my actual YouTube channel at Dawn Barlow if you want to go and check that out. It's going to be wild. Next. This one's a bit of a weird one, and you might think this doesn't make any sense. Recently, I've been on Instagram. My Instagram is at DawnBarlow30. Random, I know, but don't ask. So I've been on Instagram and I've been posting quite frequently. Do you know what I've been loving? I've been loving editing the pictures and then like putting them on there as a piece of art. I guess that's like me just being creative, but I'm just vibing it. Like, I'm fucking loving it. I just love it. I know it's really narcissistic. It sounds narcissistic. I'm not a narcissistic person, but like, they are pictures of me because it is my Instagram, right? And then there's obviously some of like other stuff, but I'm using myself as a piece of artwork. And what I'm doing is I'm like changing the colors and I'm like changing like, you know, filters and stuff like that. And it just feels like art, you know? I can like pose in a certain way and like frame stuff in a certain way. And I'm just kind of loving it. So I do have a few Instagrams actually. Most of them aren't that active except that one. So I'm kind of loving that. And then also I recently discovered Instagram Reels. Not recently, like I knew they existed, but I don't watch them. And they've started showing me like dancing ones, what you would call TikToks. People are taking them from TikTok, put them on Instagram. And I'm kind of loving them. I know it's not good. I feel like this is definitely one that's going to hurt me in the future. But on very rare occasions, I will go on and I'll watch some. Just of my, like, some people that I actually like watching. Like, I kind of like their personalities. So, one in particular is Costin Major. Hi, if you're listening. I kind of love your blooper ones. They're not listening. But I kind of love the blooper ones. They're my fave. If you don't know who they are, just go search on Instagram. Cost, like, how much does it cost? The letter. And then it's like a comma, I think. And then major. Costin Major. I don't really know what that means. Because their names are not that. So I'm not really sure. But they're like a couple and they're kind of cute together and it's fucking adorable. And they're like choreographing stuff and they're like bloopering it. And it's cute. It's just fucking cute. It's wholesome. So I kind of love it. I can see why people watch all these TikToks. So I am kind of I'm a bit scared of the future. But if I limit myself to look at it once a week, that's okay, isn't it? Yeah, once a week. That's like my naughty time. Tom doesn't like me doing it, so I do it in secret. I watch not TikToks, I don't go on TikTok, but I watch Reels in secret. I'm like, he can't know that I'm doing it. So he never sees me do it. Even though he does it, I'm sure he does. Not on Instagram, but on fucking YouTube. I'm sure he watches shorts. Same thing. Double standards. Okay, that's Instagram. I also, you know, it's nice to appreciate yourself as an attractive woman, you know? It's nice to look at a picture of yourself and go, wow, that looks fucking great. So that is, I keep saying like, that's not me being narcissistic, but like, that's just a fucking fact. You tell me that you don't like looking at pictures of yourself that look good and you go, damn, I look good in that. I'm going to edit the colours and make it look, you know, cute and pretty for Instagram. And then I'm going to put it on there. And that is a piece of art. Artiste. I'm not a model. I get that. And I'm not fucking 10 out of 10. But like, no, most people aren't 10 out of 10. So I'm just representing the fucking, you know, the average looking people of the world. Which is most people. Because average is normal. So next, I've been loving 2 very simple things. Actually 3. These are my last 3. Don't worry, it's nearly over. The pain's nearly over. Number 1, I put mind games. Now, I don't mean like the kind of things that fuckboys do to you to make you want them more. Play hard to get, etc. I'm talking about, I've downloaded the app. What's it called? New York Times Puzzles. I'm literally an old woman. I'm sorry, but I gain extreme pleasure from doing the daily Wordle. I do. And I'm pretty good at it. Although yesterday I got onto the 5th row. But that was an anomaly. I've been doing the crossword on there. I love the crossword. I've been doing... Anyway, there's lots of puzzles on there. I love doing them. I don't know why. It makes me feel like I'm, you know, having fun, but also like not mushing my brain. You know, like sometimes you can feel like you're having fun, but are you really? Like, you know, if you're watching TikToks, you might be having fun, but are you really bettering yourself? Probably not. You, my friend, will be the one with dementia in a nursing home. I will be doing Sudokus till I'm 96. So who's the winner there? Yes, I might be old before my time, but I love a good puzzle. I mean, that's just my personality. Like, I love a challenge. I'm very ambitious. I love learning. So I do the Wordle. I'm very good at the Ken in the Times newspaper. This one's actually the New York Times app, if you want to get it. I have the subscription because I'm fucking cool. It's $2.99 a month. But I'm enjoying it so far. So it seems fucking worth it if you ask me. And that's my mind games for you. Honestly, like, go check it out. You don't have to subscribe to do it. I really like the connections one. There's like a combined 4x4. I'm really loving that one because it's really hard. I don't like things that are too easy. So, but also it tells you the answer if you get it wrong. So it's like, well, you have to get it wrong a certain amount of times. It doesn't just go, oh, that was wrong. Here's the answer. So it is a challenge. Anyway, that's my mind games. I'm enjoying them. What can I say? They make me happy. I play them when I get into bed. It's like, I don't watch like TikToks or videos or like Netflix or whatever when I get into bed. I play the Wordle. The next thing, hanging clothes outside. This makes me infinitely happy. It's a very simple thing, and just try and find your simple things, like your wagon. What's your wagon in life? Exercise, self-gratification, body confidence. This next one is just, I don't know, it's fucking goals. Hanging your clothes outside. They have a smell like nothing other. I can't describe it. It's like freshness in a fucking piece of cotton. Like, I can't understand it. They're just amazing. They dry quickly as well, obviously if it's not raining. And it's kind of nice just to be outside and like hang your clothes up. It makes me feel like a really grown-up human being and like I'm really bossing life. I don't know what it is. I'm sure some people have that. Like, they have a chore that they're like, wow, I'm really fucking doing it today. That's mine, hanging clothes up outside. I just love it. Find your thing that you love that much. It's your bae. You would do that before anything else. If a nuclear bomb struck, that would be the first thing I'd be doing. Hanging my clothes up outside. Fuck everything else. Okay, last one is another simple thing. My magazine. I think there's a theme here, guys. The best things in life are not free, but like close to free or pretty fucking simple. And ironically, to make a nice loop, my magazine is called, it is available in other countries, but only online. I thoroughly recommend checking it out. Please, please, please. But it is mainly, it's like surrounding British stuff. So it might not be that relevant. But if you like British stuff, then that might work for you. So it's basically like, you know, seasonal foods. So it'll be like, oh, you can go out this month and pick blackberries. Anyway, it's a magazine called The Simple Things. The Simple Thing? Simple Things. I can't remember if it's plural. But it's fucking great. It's literally just about like cute stuff. Like there's an appreciation of the armadillo, the animal, and it will just talk about armadillos for a page. And then it's like positive news, and then it's like pictures of people's dogs, and then it's like pictures of like drawings of like what you could do at the beach. Or like just simple things, and it's got like recipes, and they're all seasonal and fucking great, and it's got, oh my god, anyway, just find a magazine. Find a magazine. Like, when's the last time you read a magazine or a newspaper or an actual book? Books are, I just love a magazine. Do you know what I love about magazines is you can sit, read them anywhere, but what I love the most is that you can pick it up and put it down without being like, oh my god, where was I need to get into the story again, what's going on. They're visually appealing. They are sensorily appealing, not a word. And that one's it's just great. It's like, just take some time out. It's better than watching TV. It's just great. There is another one called Breathe. That's a magazine that's about like mental health and stuff. I don't love it. I don't, because it's like, it's too many words. What I want to do is I want to open it up. I want it to be like a fucking picture book, pretty, and I want to just learn stuff from it and read about cute things and like look at people's dogs. I don't want to be getting into like, oh, and it's got like a little fashion section and it's got like a home section. Oh my God, it's literally got everything for everyone. I can't fucking bum about it enough. Like, I really can't. I should be an ambassador for that magazine. Like, I love it. So anyway, it comes every month, and I'm currently obviously on the September issue. So yeah, and I have made some recipes from it as well. So don't get me wrong. It's not all words. It's talk and action. Anyway, guys, I'm sweating my little tits off. No, they're not little. Sweating my tits off. Oh dear. I need to go and I got my nails done, like gel nails, and the issue is I haven't had them taken off. And although I do love looking after myself, and whatnot, I've now got these nails that are like really quite long and kind of not annoying, but they tap when I type. There you go. And there they are. Which might not be that unusual for some people, but for me it is, because I'm used to having very short nails being a doctor. Anyway, no one's told me off for them. Don't know what's going on there. But they're kind of cool. There they are. But one's broken. I'm trying to show you them. The camera's not actually focusing. There we go. They're like shiny. They were for the festival. It's like, come hither. By the way, if you're just listening on the podcast, I do upload a YouTube video, which is what I'm showing you on right now, on my YouTube channel, like I spoke about earlier, at Dawn Barlow. So, yeah. Anyway, I just got my hair caught in the nail, so I need to go and get them taken off. But I didn't quite factor this into the cost of getting my nails done. But anyway, pouring sweat again. In a few months, I'll be sat here in a woolly hat complaining that it's too cold. Actually, no, I never complain that it's too cold. I love the cold. It's my vibe. Winter, baby. Okay. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I know that was like kind of about me, but it was sort of like what I'm loving for my mental health. Like, how can we improve our mental health with just simple things around us? And I hope that's helped you. If you have any simple things that you love, or they're not even that simple, some of them, Instagram, don't know if that's that simple, to be honest, but if you have things around you that you're like, I fucking love this and it makes my life happy, let me know. Comment down below, please, because I want to know. I want my life to be the best fucking thing ever, don't you? So yeah, and it would be cool to share thoughts and shit. So, or if you do any of those things and you're like, I love the Simple Things magazine, or I love my wagon. No one's going to say that. If you do, though, I want to fucking hear it. I love my wagon in the comments. Anyway, I upload every Monday and Thursday, and I'll see you we discuss all things positive. You know that already. Mental healthy stuff, self-care, self-love. Love you. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. This week it is. Bye. Oh, please give it a rating if you haven't. Thanks. On like Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever. Like 5 stars would be real great. Anyway, love you. Bye. Hopefully next time I'll have all my underwear on.